Welcome into the show. We appreciate you coming on, Maxx Crosby.
That's a good one.
Probably, you don't get the credit you deserve. Let's get into that. First off, do you feel like nationally people respect your game more so than the guys you go against?
Yeah, honestly, it's funny you say that. Like, for me as a player, I've always, like, I was a 4th-round pick. I had one offer coming out of high school. And, like, I've always had to earn my respect. And I feel like that's what's helped me get better and better every single year that I've been in the league. Like, I'm in my 4th year. You know, last year I was an all-pro, and people still, you know, like to doubt. You know what I mean? And that motivates me. So, like, no matter what it is, positive, negative, like, I use that as motivation. So, like, for me, I'm my own biggest critic. So I see everything. I see everything from Twitter to what people are talking about. Like, if people don't put me in that conversation, I get pissed. I use that to get better. And, like, I was talking to Willie McGinest. Like, he put up his top 10 rushers before the year, and he had me at, like 9.
You like, bro, what you watching?
And I just messaged him. I said, listen, Willie, that's disrespectful. I said, save this. And I, like, no matter who it is, I'm always, like, trying to, you know, find motivation in different ways, because no matter what it is, like, when you turn the film on, I believe I'm the best at what I do. And I still have a ton of work to do, and I still have to keep stacking years and stacking days and games. But, like, my motivation every single day is to be the best in my position. And I put the number 1 on every post I do. It's on the back of my phone. I see it every day, because I know people still want to doubt and still don't think I'm that guy. And it's like, all right, y'all think this sounds good. And, like, all the people that truly, like, know football, they're starting to give me my respect, and I screenshot that too. So it's like, I gotta live up to that expectation of the people that believe in me, and all the people that still doubt. It's like, all right, bet, I'm gonna show y'all every single day. And it's not just the games, like, it's practice, it's everything I do, and that's just what gets me going.
Well, I should have started off with this. Congratulations. You had your daughter last Thursday, man, so I want to say congrats. Welcome to fatherhood. It's the best thing that could ever happen. So I should have started off with that. Congratulations. Hope
thank you. We thank you for
mother
giving
and
us,
daughter are healthy and they're doing all right.
Thank you for giving us your time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Everyone's just happy and healthy. That's all you can ask for.
Exactly.
I went to our game a few weeks ago, and just watching the way you play, watching with the effort you play, like the little detail things, running to the ball, just like your energy is just like infectious. And, you know, I think that you are really the heartbeat of that Raiders defense. And I don't think you don't give yourself enough credit. And what I would say, and I'll challenge you, Max, as a player and as a former player, bro, nothing else matters besides what you think. Go out there and be the best version of yourself every day. And I know you know all about that cycle of a snap shit and how it plays out, and just keep doing that and just keep stacking the days, and, you know, don't worry about what people say outside of it. Because, you know, as you played, I played with Rich. 90% of the people in the world don't give a about your problems, and the other 10% is happy you got them.
Yeah.
This dude.
No, that's real.
Did I make that up?
Shit, though.
That ain't my line.
No, that's real shit, though, because at the end of the day, like you said, like, everybody's got their own way of getting motivated and what pushes them and what they want to do with their career. And, like I said, like, I'm my own biggest critic. And, like, I've had so many great coaches like Marinelli and Rich Bisaccia. I talk to them every single week. Like, Marinelli calls me after every game still. My standard is my standard. I don't have to share that with anybody. I know what it's supposed to look like, and I know what it doesn't look like. Every single day, that's what when it comes to practice and every single rep, like, I truly am trying to win and destroy whoever's in front of me. So screw what everybody else says, like, things like that. Like, I use it, like, obviously I don't care. Like, I used to really, like, when I was young, I would really care what people were saying about me. Like, damn, they don't respect me. But now I just use it as, like, a tool. Like, all right, cool. Like, I'm still not doing enough. And that's what it is for me. Like, all right, if they're still down with me, there's more I got to do. So it just pushes me. And, like, you see Aaron Donald, there's nobody questioning if Aaron Donald's the best of what he does. Like, you know what I mean? There's a TJ Watt. Like, nobody's questioning TJ Watt. So for me, I know I'm only in my 4th year, but, like, I hold myself to such a high standard. I try to push every single day, so it's unfair. Like, you can't not mention my name. And, like, I'm a team guy at the end of the day. But if you got a football team, you got 53 guys, if everybody's playing, trying to be the best version of them, like, it's going to make the team better. And that's what I try to show my guys every day. Like, it's not just on the field, it's in the weight room. I'm in there for 2.5 hours when I can do the lift in 45 minutes, but I'm always trying to do extra. So I'm bringing my guys up and showing them what it's supposed to look like every single day.
In y'all last game, there was an incident at the end of the game. with Davante Adams and the photographer. What do you make of it, and what has been the reaction in the locker room? Like, dude is trying to sue and things of that nature.
It is what it is. Like, in the heat of the moment, I can't live in Davante's head and know what was going on, but the dude just walked right in front of him. He's trying to get off the field.
I'm doing the same thing.
I'm waiting for you to push me. I could use a good lawsuit.
Yeah. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Davante's in the heat of it. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just, you know what I mean?
Wait, but shit
happens. And Davante's a great dude, so it's not like people are talking about it around the locker room. It is what it is. Like, it's over with. We're not worried about that.
Y'all gonna put a little pot together? Put a little pot together to pay the settlement? Are you gonna hit him with
good.
the man?
He got enough money, huh?
He'll be fine.
Put a little pot together.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing in Oakland, playing in Vegas, what's the difference?
State taxes?
Definitely.
Do you prefer one over the other? Obviously, the stadium is a lot nicer. I played my last year in the Coliseum. But for you, is the fans, the game day experience, is it still the same? What's different and what's similar?
You know, they're two totally different things. Like, Oakland is that experience. I don't think they'll ever be in the NFL ever again. Like, just how raw it was, how ruthless the fans were.
Walking
like,
up those flight of stairs to get back to the locker room.
Hold on, did you play in the?
You got to walk a mile to get back to the locker room.
Hold on, Max. Did you play in the Oakland? You say your last game was in the Oakland Coliseum or the LA Coliseum?
Oakland Coliseum.
I mean, I didn't know. You played so long ago.
This dude here, bro.
But anyway, yeah, Oakland was incredible. Like, having a year there, I'll always cherish that because it was the last season in Oakland, and, like, the fans were insane. Like, you cannot wear another jersey walking through that parking lot. You'll literally get jumped. Like, it's not, they don't play around. So just being in that experience, it was incredible. And then Vegas, we still have our fans coming from LA, coming from Oakland. We got our fans, we're building our fan base here. So that place is packed out regardless. So the fans have been incredible. Like, last year, as we started winning more games and we got on our run, like, that whole stadium, like, you could ask guys around the league, like, I heard multiple people say, like, that's the hardest place to play. Like, that shit gets loud and it's insane. So, yeah, Raider fans are everywhere, and everybody knows that. So, regardless of where we're at, it's always going to be lit in there.
You guys play the Cardinals. You have a big lead. You play the Chiefs. You have a nice-sized lead. And for some reason, you're losing those games. What's been the message? That we got to get we can't keep blowing these leads because you guys are in a division that's tough. So what's the message, and what are you guys doing to try to make sure we can finish?
Yeah, it's simple as that. It's finishing. It's not just playing 2-3 good quarters of football. Like, because we've showed that we can play great football against other great teams. We did it against the Chiefs. We did it against the Cardinals. We did it against the Chargers. But we're just a little bit off. And, like, it's been like that for the start, but if you walk in this building, like, you wouldn't think, we're 1-4. Like, the confidence these guys have and, like, what we have in this building, we know we're on the right track to where we need to be. So it's been tough. Football, sometimes luck just doesn't go your way. And, like, it's early on, and we have a great support, like, our coaches and everything, like, they're doing a great job of bringing the guys in and continuing to get us better. And you see it. Like, we're one play away from beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead. We're one play away from beating the Chargers, but we got to do a better job of finishing games and just playing 60 minutes. And I definitely think we're going in the right direction. And we, these next few weeks, like, we're very confident we can go in there and turn this thing around.
Coming up as a football player, as a defensive end, who was somebody that you wanted to model your game after, that you looked at and said, I want to do what he does. I want to play like he plays?
I didn't start playing DN until my senior year of high school. So I watched everybody. Like, I've been a football fan since I was a child. So from offense to defense, like, my favorite player growing up was Megatron. Like, I grew up in Michigan. So Megatron, just the way he dominated the game, he was my favorite. And Ndamukong too as well. Like, in his prime, he was insane. So I've been a fan of the game for so long. And then once Marinelli came here, he started showing me old Warren Sapp and Keith Millard and, like, John Randall and, like, so many different throwback guys. Like, I've watched guys from the 70s all the way up to the nowadays. And, like, my favorite players are the ones that play the game the right way and play down in and down out. So when you talk about standard, Orlando, like, just seeing those guys, like, they played the game at a different level. Warren Sapp would run running backs down 50 yards downfield, and he was 300 pounds. Like, nobody's doing that nowadays. So when people, like, when I'm watching the game, and I'll watch the game 3 times after we play, and then I'll watch the TV copy, and I'll be like, do I stand out in the way I'm running to the ball?
Looking
like
for them low, son.
That takes no talent. Like, that's the shit I care about most, because I know how I work on my game. Like, I feel like my game, like my moves and everything like that, I've taken huge strides every year, and like that's great. But on top of it, like my effort, like that's something that I can't control. My attitude every day I show up in the building, like I'm bringing juice, I'm talking shit in practice, I'm trying to bury people in practice, because that's how it's going to be on game day, and I try to just live that every day. So there's not one specific player, but like from a swagger standpoint, like I love watching, like Deion Sanders. I got to meet Deion Sanders. My brother was a roommate of his son in college. So like being around guys like that, DB wise, I know obviously everyone's a fan of Deion, but like I always try to bring something different to the table. Like I've never wanted to be like somebody else. I've always wanted to be like a version, Jared Allen, these guys, Warren Sapp, but like my own entity. Like I don't have to compare to nobody. I want to be that guy that's like, yeah, Maxx Crosby is one of those guys. He was. You look back, you see a Micah Parsons. Like nobody's like Micah Parsons. I want to be one of those guys, and that's why I work so hard every single day.
Derek Carr.
No, we're not going here.
He's your quarterback.
Oh shit! See how you do me?
Do you feel
Here we go.
He gets his respect across the league?
I don't think so. A lot of people have their opinions, but I think Derek. Since day one, Derek's been here almost 10 years. And he's always been a bright spot on the team, no matter what's been going on. He's had like 6 head coaches. There's always change, but he's been consistent through the whole thing. So I know it's easy to point the finger at the quarterback and blame him, but it takes a whole team to win. And I feel like Derek has done a great job. And I've been here 4 years now, and every year he's gotten better and better. So like you said, no matter what anybody else has to say, like Derek's a super confident dude, and like, he's a guy you want on your team. I think he does a great job. So I got DC's back till the end.
As you should. But TJ, we both talked about it before, and we need to take a second to just give you your flowers on, just the commitment that it took to overcome all the odds that you've overcome. The fact that last year they talked about how you were still attending classes and doing whatever you got to do to keep yourself on a mental, to keep yourself straight. And it's huge for, like, and TJ doesn't understand this, and not that it's a bad thing, but he's never used a drug in his life. He barely drinks. And what it took for people that were overcoming and battling addictions, bro, like, you're just a huge role model. And, that shit affected my life, coming out of the league and, drinking and exploring with different things. It got tough at times. And I just want to let you know that what you're doing is huge, and it's affected even players that play before you. It's going to affect players that play after you. And I just want to give you kudos on that.
It means the world, bro. That's what it's all about, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm still going to my meetings, still doing my thing. It never stops.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I can tell anybody, and this, like, it never stops, the everyday process. So it applies to everything in my life now, and I feel like ever since I made that decision, it's applied to my work ethic, my eating habits, to everything. Like, every single day I'm doing everything I can to be my best version, and I feel like I'm just showing the world and trying to be a bright light for anybody going through the shit I went through, because I was on the whole opposite end at one point in my career, and it's scary. So I appreciate you, man. That means the world.
Well, we appreciate you coming on with us, man. Again, congratulations on your newborn. Wish you nothing but the best. Go dominate them.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.